The Russian occupiers speak indifferently about the so-called filtration of Ukrainians as if it were something ordinary. For them, there is nothing special about it.
Проводим фильтрацию населения.
They filtered the population to identify combatants from the Ukrainian side and the Azov battalion.
Fear, helplessness and humiliation. This is how the residents of Mariupol who managed to escape from the city surrounded by Russian troops describe the same process. Artem recalls, in order to get out of the occupation, he had to go through several circles of hell and even an inspection by the Russian Federal Security Service.
Трое со мной разговаривают.
3 of them talked to me, 1 watched my behavior, 3 of them were loading me with questions, which made me cringe. They asked why I deleted my social media accounts and couldn't believe I wasn't using them.
The inspection lasts for several hours. It all starts with a thorough examination of documents, the contents of phones and the study of family ties. Then they take fingerprints, add them to the database and try in every possible way to get a confession of involvement in the Ukrainian military or special services. They talk to them, try to find out if they are our relatives who were in the anti-terrorist operation zone or in the joint forces operation area. They check especially men for any tattoos. But most of all, they try to find out the person's political opinion. I must say right away, this is not the place where you should shout, "Glory to Ukraine." Stricter methods of examination were applied to those who were found to have even the slightest hint of a connection with the military. They were treated separately and with greater cruelty.
They checked the phone where I had photos with my military students, and that was it. They started threatening me, saying, "You are here to spy. Now we'll take you out into the field, we'll shoot you." They aimed guns at me, but they managed to avoid physical methods of conversation. But other men were generally stripped down to their boxers, and they stood like that in a field in the wind for about an hour. They stood in a field in the cold.
According to human rights activists, 5 to 10% of men fail filtration. Their further fate is unknown.
Те, кто попадает в зону риска.
Those who fall into the risk zone are usually sent to the territory of separate districts of Donetsk and Luhansk regions. They are there as hostages. They are also subjected to torture, interrogation and everything else. Again, we do not have information on the number of such persons.
Many of those who have been filtered are forcibly deported to Russia. If you or your friends find yourselves in such a situation, call the hotline. You can see the phone numbers on the screen or contact local volunteer organizations. Reported by Marina Stepanenko, Vlada Tsurkan, UATV News.